Took you long enough, so can I go now? Name's Raul. Raul Alfonso Tejada. I'm the mechanic around here. Probably because it used to be Miguel's. Whoever he was. How about if you let me go, huh, boss? No. No, boss. I'm a prisoner of the crazy super mutant with the wig and the glasses. I was kind of hoping you were here to set me free. But maybe I'm not a pretty enough damsel for that. Huh? Alrighty then. I'll just head out. Alone. By myself. Into the dangerous waste. If by some chance you want to find me again, and if by some even greater chance the coyotes haven't picked my bones clean, I'll be at my shack.
Careful. They got spies all over. Isn't that bomber a beauty?
Took you long enough, Back again? No. No, boss. I'm a prisoner of the crazy super mutant with the wig and the glasses. I was kind of hoping you were here to set me free. But maybe I'm not a pretty enough damsel for that. Huh? If by some... Oh, it's... Anything's better than staying.
Isn't that bomber? Isn't that?
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss? Sure, boss. Whenever's good for you. I've probably got 3, maybe 4 months before I keel over. If we run, we might still... That loyal guy, he's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past. Maybe, but what if you miss the old days sometime? A memory from a long time ago. I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench, and I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in line. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick. Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off. About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside. I smelt the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, my parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters, all died. Rafael and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home. But I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge. Maybe we made a mistake. It was early on. We didn't know just how serious it was out there. But to say they deserved it, what kind of devil are you, boss?
We won't go quiet. The Legion can count on that. Look who we have here. Always nice to see a friend of the NCR. What can I do for you? Lower than a feral ghoul's eye. Evening.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping it would be more fun. We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
You know, if you were serving, you'd probably be halfway to General by now.
This crouch walking is hell on my back, boss.
You know, if you were serving, you'd probably be halfway to General by now.
What did Chief Hanlon have to say about those false reports we uncovered? What? Chief Hanlon? The man's a war hero. Why would he... That just doesn't make sense. This is awful.
Evening.
Welcome back.
Evening.
Hey.
Smart move for the Kings to back.
Hello?
Hello. We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Howdy. Name's Sterling, First Recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had. Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all, and a lot of scouting from place to place. Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us. Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays. Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either. Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me, so they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. I guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said. I called her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets. As a matter of fact, it's funny that you'd ask. A couple nights back, I was on watch in the yard. Got myself a habit of looking all around, not just where I was the third time I spied those sites, mind you. And every time I ask about it, they tell me the place was empty. I'm just saying, didn't look empty to me. No trouble at all. Might be nothing. Couple frisky young folks looking for a quiet place to snuggle up. That light is mighty consistent. Always there at 1 a.m. Might be worth a look.
Got a second to talk, boss? Meeting Corporal Sterling. Well, it kind of got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing? You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown. After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick rider. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs. I don't think it was as hard hit as DC or Bakersfield, but it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war. You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know? And wore it back to our camp. To prove themselves would come looking for me. But my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there. Until Rafaela. She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found out, I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever. I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petrochico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I didn't name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Smart move for the Kings.
By order of Kai.
I keep an eye out for rangers in black armor. I have to. You've proved yourself useful.
What do you need from me? Such as? Light armor.
Yes? Here. The men usually leave you alone. Usually. I never finished my training. The Legion saw to that when they overran my town. I do know basic first aid, but I've had to rely on tribal remedies to treat illnesses and injuries, healing powders and all that. I'm always running low on Xanderroot. Plenty of Brock flowers, though. For sale? I'm a slave, not a merchant. I could give you some supplies every day, though you are crossed, especially if you're a woman. That's all I'll talk about it. The legate is not a man to be crossed. A vengeful spirit, some of the more superstitious women claim. He was a great leader of the Legion before he failed Caesar. The story says he was set on fire and thrown into the Grand Canyon, but his angry spirit rose from the ashes of his corpse, looking for revenge. Nonsense, probably, but there's no...
Awe, true to Caesar. What a revolting sight. To call that a friend?
It's not allowed. They do say that. I guess you can be my friend. Why? I can't talk to you. It's not allowed. I guess that's okay. If you're a friend, can you help me? Anthony took Sergeant Teddy away and gave him to the stinky dogs. He's a toy. I'm not a baby, you know. Oh, thanks. I helped take care of the Brahmin.
Highway. True to Kaiser.
Four of my best dogs. No armor and no weapons except a machete. You survive, and I let you have the bear. No deal. Good luck. You'll need it.
Right behind.
Damn it! I thought they had you! Take the bear! I can't believe I let some of my best dogs get killed over this stupid thing! Your stuff is in the crate next to the arena entrance. Leave it there too long? It took years for Caesar to conquer Lanius' tribe, and Caesar showed mercy to the survivors, allowing them to join the Legion. Had the positions been reversed, Caesar would be dead. Lanius is called the Monster of the East because he never, ever shows mercy. Later.
Our way. True to Kaiser. Move along. Our way. True to Kaiser.
And just about every one of them is occupied. Not all at the same time, usually. Groups of legionaries come and go all the time. This is also only one camp of many. You might have noticed the other camps down by the river. No. Legged...
Was there more for us to discuss?
You've proved yourself useful, at least.
Until Mr. House has been dealt with, you and I have nothing to talk about. Until Mr. House has been dealt with, you and I have nothing to talk about.
The new slave girls are quite beautiful.
You really enjoy Dragon. Right.
Our way, true to Kaiser. Our way. What a revolting sight.
Don't bother. you become a full legionary.
I didn't think anyone could kill an NCR ranger.
Our way. True to Kaiser.
Excuse me.
Inadequacy issues here. Got a bigger gun I can borrow? I can't believe we're allowed.
Hey, what's new?
You